Baby, I'm ready to go.
On the rooftop, shout it out.
Shout it out. It's times like these. I'm pilled.
Oh, I have not listened yet.
You're gonna love it.
I know.
It's a good girls trip.
I'm
album.
excited.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take to the road, and that's the best way to listen to a new Pop Girlies album.
It's giving Ray of Light. It's perfect.
Okay, I'm happy.
I
just love to see her little face.
She's just cool and seems excited to be famous.
I'm thinking about Lorde going, it's so yummy to see someone in their body.
That was almost on the same level of Aiden licking his palm.
Lorde is starting. She's a lesbian.
I don't think so. I think she's entering a perhaps she-they era / kind of grappling with her gender.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Who doesn't?
She's doing a lot of like barefoot things, dirty feet.
Okay.
Dirty socks.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing duct tape on her breasts.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, go off. She's in her like New York. All the girlies are in their New York era.
Okay. All right.
I'll always have a soft spot for Lorde.
Sure. You really know something's happening when someone is in a place of bare feet.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty feet.
When someone's saying
yummy
it's so
in the
yummy
body
to see someone in their body, I'm like, okay. I'm sure Addison saw that and was like, all right.
She was probably like, yeah.
Yeah, true.
I think she's just like, totally. Like, she's very positive. Remember when we met her?
She was
the sweetest, a gem.
A true star.
A gorgeous.
Taking her time out to talk to 2 senior citizens at the flea market.
To take a photo with Nana and Pop Pop as they strolled their walkers through the farmer's market.
I knew then. I was like, this girl's going somewhere. She did have that. She had some sort of air to her.
Yeah, I was just excited to see her.
But also,
engage.
I know Lorde really meant that, like, as a compliment.
Of course.
But if someone said that to me, I'd be like...
It's a predator vibe.
I'd be like, not even predator. I'd be like, I'm going to go kill myself.
Why are you calling me fat?
It's just basically like, that's where my diseased brain goes, where I'm like, what are you trying to say? I'm so yummy in my body.
Don't go there with me.
Yeah.
Don't call me yummy. Don't say it's so yummy to see someone in their body when I'm jelly rolling around.
Meanwhile, Addison's body is like incredible. She's just like healthy and yummy.
She is yummy.
But it's like when that gay one time, the very skinny gay one time said like, love you with your hands on your love handles in like a comedy video I did. It's the hands on the love handles for me. I went.
That's a suicide.
And I knew he truly meant it to be like, he'll get it. He's a clown.
No, it's great, but
he's gay clown. He'll get it. I went.
There's some people who you can say that to, and there's some people you can say that to, and you'll never know that that's the reason they killed themselves.
I know. Or have a lifelong now vendetta against this gay I don't even know.
Yeah. I can't wait to give it a listen.
You're gonna love it.
I'm excited. We both got completely fooled by a tweet heard around the world yesterday. Many people in our age bracket were fooled by this fake news that Nia and Danny were leaving the Valley.
They said this isn't an environment we want to raise our family in, and I was like, it
Fair
made
enough.
Total sense to me, and I was like, and I wrote like they're now going to pivot to their like right-wing Christian influencer trad wife and probably make so much more money.
Yeah, and my brain immediately went to a place of good riddance.
I was like, bye.
I said, it's time to hire Sandoval. We're one step closer to Victoria Lee Robinson, gracing our screens every week, and out with the old, in with the new. I had moved on. By the time the actual episode aired later that evening, I had fully moved on and accepted our new truth. And
I saw it, and I didn't realize yesterday was the anniversary of AA's founding, June 10th. So I was like, what an auspicious day to be announcing Danny's departure when perhaps...
You're like, that's gorgeous for them.
I was like, that's gorgeous kismet. But no, it's lo and behold, fooled.
What's the point of tweeting like fake
Engagement.
news?
Clickbait.
It's weird.
It's just how the world
It's
runs.
strange.
I watched that movie, The Mountainhead.
Who's in that?
Jesse Armstrong who did Succession movie with like Steve Carell and Jason.
How is it?
It was actually pretty good. Rami Youssef and
what's it about?
It's about like these four like super billionaires. Like one of them, that really hot guy Corey Michael Smith who played like Chevy Chase in the SNL movie.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen him around. He's like Elon. He's like the richest guy in the world. And then Rami Youssef is like this AI maverick. And they all assemble it for like an annual buddy trip to the mountains.
Okay.
And the world is plunged into chaos currently because AI has like truly popped off from Corey Michael Swift Elon character's company, and it's like triggering civil war all around the world.
Nice.
Run on banks.
Hell yeah.
Deep fake assassinations, like just everything is happening.
Perfect.
And so it's them sort of like
being like, damn.
Do we ramp up the chaos because we'll get richer, or do we try to like neutralize it? And it's no, I'm not telling you anything. It's just like fun and games. But this made me think of that. Deepfakes abound.
I think that
misinformation.
This Bravo news can be traced back to Elon Musk somehow.
Or Russia.
And I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also now I had the biggest Nana moment of the year where I got fully fooled by an AI video and was like telling a group of friends about it. It was like a friend of mine, we were talking about like what cars they were going to get. And one of them was like, oh, I really wanted to get a Bronco. And I was like, you cannot get a Bronco. Like, have you seen the crash test? Like the crash tests, like that shit just like crunches like a tin can. And I pulled up these crash test videos and they were like, that's AI. I'd been living in a world where Broncos were the least safe car in the universe.
Like crinkling like a slinky.
Like fully crushed into just a slim, like it was a no survivors.
It was doing platform 9 3/4, like train going into the wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I said, wow, it radicalized me. I was out here every time
preaching the gospel.
Every time I saw a Bronco driving on the road, I thought in my mind, best of luck.
Yeah. Damn. No, it's getting weird.
And then they said, Grandma, that's AI.
There was an AI video that some right-wing people were peddling on Twitter of like the protests this weekend, and like Gavin Newsom at the end like doing his hair. But it was like, I knew it was AI because I was told it was AI, and I think I would be able to tell, but there were a lot of people that thought it was real. Of like just outlandish things the protesters are saying.
AI is really
it's
about to separate the smart people from the true idiots. And right now I'm finding myself on a true idiot side.
I don't know what camp I'm in.
But I look forward
to being smart.
Once again. And when I say that, it means like completely disengage from my phone.
Wait, what are those shoes again?
Elia.
Okay. Did you see that Target has like Target brand a lot these shoes?
Everyone has knocked these off now.
But I saw that and I was like, Lara will have an opinion about those. 'Cause you've been wearing these for a while.
I got them last year. At first, when I tried them on, I thought that they made my feet look weird, and I was really on the fence. And
foot
then
binding.
It was a little foot binding. It was also like sometimes when you're tall, or just I guess I don't know if people encounter this situation. Probably women more than men, but I'll look sometimes in the mirror at my feet. Like if I'm wearing shorts or something, and if a shoe makes my foot look too small, it makes me feel weird.
It's like not proportional.
Yeah, where I'm like, you're looking and you're like, everything seems proportional, and then she has teensy little feet.
Like Barbie feet.
Yeah, and so I was on the fence, but then I brought them out. I was going to sell them on eBay, actually, and then I brought them out last week, and I was like, you know what?
They're great. They're a great summer shoe.
I said, I'm doing it.
But I saw the Target and I was like, honestly, go off, but I was also
They've
like,
been around for like a couple years now, so it's like around that time that
Right.
Target would knock off.
yeah,
And honestly, like go for it.
go for it.
Go for it.
I just thought it was funny. And the jelly shoes, those were big, right?
The jelly. Oh my God. I had a jelly shoe coup yesterday.
How?
Okay. So the jelly shoes, the row started the jelly shoe
Right, I knew that.
revolution.
I forgot Papa Elia was, as Naomi would say, was responsible for these.
Yeah. So the row released their jellies last year. And I promptly ordered, like, without even thinking, just like lizard brain. I went into Fugue and said, like, I need these, so I'm getting them.
Mhm.
And then I got them, and when I tried them on too, I was like, these are weird. Like, I don't know. But then the jelly craze got more and more, and then I slowly radicalized myself into a place of jellydom. And then I was extremely happy with them. Like, they were my go-to summer shoe last year. But there was a scandal.
A jelly recall.
Because they were breaking.
Oh.
And so, like, the jelly would come, they would just truly break, and there was no fixing them. And it was like, how good is the quality of these jelly shoes that are being peddled for like $900 plus?
The Bene Gesserits have some explaining to do.
And the girls were getting a little angry at the row, rightly so. And then the row said, anyone who bought these from our website, we will take them back, full refund or store credit, dealer's choice. So I went to the row last year with the jellies, and I was like, these broke, like blah, blah, blah. Here's my proof of purchase. And the woman that was working there was like, we can take them back now, but if you want to just wear them for a while and like bring them back whenever, like if you're not ready to fully let them go and you just want to keep wearing them, you can truly bring them back whenever, and we'll take them back and give you a refund. So I continued wearing them, and then yesterday I finally said, heave ho, and brought them back and was like,
wait, were they broken though?
Yeah, they broke in different places.
Wasn't that uncomfortable?
No, it was like, it's just like, you know, your shoes are broken. Like your shoes like have a hole in them. It's like a sock with a hole in them.
Damn, what the lengths we go to suffer for beauty.
I know, and it wasn't uncomfortable, but it was just like,
you know, there's a hole in
you
your
know
shoe.
that your shoes are broken, and you paid handsomely for a pair of broken shoes.
They
And
take them back and they send them to Jack's.
They probably send them like to other employees. Like I saw another employee that was there wearing a pink pair, and I got really jealous, and I thought, because they stopped production and stopped even releasing them after they broke. It was like no more jellies.
But that's kind of chic now.
I know. But I said,
how do they do it?
But I said, I want the money back. Can I? And she said, yep.
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
How do they fucking do it? Even when something's broken, it's like, well, one time only.
I know.
Now it's like,
and now you have to get, if you want the jellies, you can order them on Amazon for like the Chinese Amazon manufacturers are making
Scheana.
really, really good knockoffs, but they only go up to size 10. I ordered 2 pairs and tried to shove my hoof into them, and it was unfortunate.
They're like, no.
Then I tried to return them, and they just ended up in the abyss. They never made it back to like Shenzhen or wherever they came from. But it is hard and now with these big old feet, if a designer's making a 42, I will probably go into a psychosis and buy it. Because I've never known such luxury. I've always been shoving my hooves into like Aldo size 41.
But does Jelly have good support?
They were comfy.
They were comfy? I was like, maybe I'll get a pair.
I would actually love for you to get a pair.
I don't think it's right.
It's ungodly.
It's unholy.
But I think, honestly, I wish that we had like startup funds to make a men's jelly, because I haven't seen a men's jelly, and I feel like men would love a jelly.
They'd wear them.
If you want a jelly, there are a million other gay men who also are yearning to jelly.
And maybe some straight men.
True.
Honestly.
True.
I want to go into the row when you get back from your trip. I just want to go in and just like not buy anything, obviously, but like look around.
Let's go and browse.
I've only been once before COVID, and I was. There's a part of me that's still there.
Yeah, your soul gets imprinted, and they do capture a bit of your soul when you go in.
When I saw that pool,
I know.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
I know.
I'm lowly. I'm pauper.
Imagine having
Peasant.
a store with a pool that no one uses.
No, it's
that you just have it there, cleaned, maintained, looking so inviting,
impeccable,
so beautiful.
but no one's allowed in it.
No,
they're unbelievable.
How much do you have to buy to get to have a pool party?
No,
it's off limit.
It doesn't matter. It's priceless.
Yeah,
that water's never been touched.
So I felt yesterday like I made money.
Good
with that return.
You did.
I said I'm a fucking businesswoman.
Mm-hmm. You were a doorbuster at the row.
Fully.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell she also was like, "Are you trying to scam?" She was like, "We can't find it in your client. We can't find the purchase in your client portal."
You went, "It's in there."
It is in there. Please check it.
I want to go there, and I want to go to Santa Maria.
Yeah, and let's go to Violet Grey too.
Oh my god,
I'm watching a Melrose Place day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
that's where we saw Addison.
I know.
Except I don't want to go to Albert Coffee or whatever. What's that place called?
Albert.
Alfred.
No, we can skip it.
I don't like it.
We'll skip it.
Coffee tastes burnt. I'm watching Real Housewives of New York season 9 when Carol and Bethany are no longer friends, and it deeply saddens me.
Bethany got too crazy.
She got a little cuckoo about Radzi.
Yeah.
But Radzi also...
a bit of a mean girl.
She knew, and she was in LA, I think, a lot that summer, and I think Cassandra got to her.
You have theories?
She said, "Lose this girl. Lose her."
She said she's embarrassing.
She's embarrassing. No, I think there was partly Bethany being a little too like Jennifer's body about her, but needy.
I think if Bethany had played it a little bit cooler,
they could have still been friends.
Yeah, they would have maybe come around. Like maybe they just needed a break and then come back around and find the lulls with each other. But if there's one thing Bethany's not gonna do, it's be cool.
She's be real.
She was being too real.
Andy, I know Andy has made up with Radzwell.
But Andy and Bethany, no friends.
I don't think so. I mean, they were actual friends. Like they were good friends in real life, so that must have been.
Where's the feud season?
Well, we're getting at least some adjacent to. Maybe there will be a Carol Radzwell character in the new Ryan Murphy American love story about
perhaps
Carolyn and JFK Jr. Her dearest friends,
mm-hmm.
as she likes to tell us.
What if they're like, it's like one line where they're like, your cousin's calling, or like Carol's calling, and she goes, "I don't want to speak to her. I don't even know her."
According to Carol, she was the last phone call Carolyn ever made.
Mm-hmm. But what if they do her dirty? And I would like that.
Mm-hmm.
If they're like, "Who's that?" Oh, she's always calling.
But Cassandra and her are still besties.
Oh, yeah.
And she's still with Samron. I thought maybe they'd broken up. They're together.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All is right in the world.
Yes.
When lesbians find each other.
But I had a link that I'll get to when we talk about the Valley that I'll bring it back to Carol.
Okay.
Zoe Saldaña said her literal Oscar statue is trans and goes by they, them. This was an exclusive in People this morning.
I love that breaking news. I mean, I would venture to say every Oscar statue is trans.
Her top kind of looks like your shoe.
I know. She's a bit fishnets.
Zoe obviously took home the Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez, which truly feels like a decade ago.
That's shocking.
Isn't it crazy? Like, isn't it crazy?
It's fucking crazy.
But like, I remember the Oscars. Remember they were like, should we even have the Oscars because of the fires? Like, why are we even doing that? And then they were like, yeah, we should. We can't let the fires win.
I'm glad that they had them because it was a fun.
It was good. It was a good Oscars. We have it in my office. My Oscar is gender fluid, she said. Okay. Just letting everyone know that this is the world we live in.
I love it.
And I'm happy.
I think it's always been trans. It doesn't have a dick or a pussy.
No, the Oscar, it's like we've way to catch up. You know, like we've been there. We've known.
The Academy goes, yeah, girl, we know.
We know. The Oscar is literally like I don't need you to tell me who I am
Mhm.
because I already am that bitch.
Thank you for recognizing me.
Carla probably sent Zoe like a death threat in a voice message. You bitch.
Carla's been quiet. It's good. It would be a good time for her to resurface.
I think she's in a movie with some problematic person.
She's in a movie with Vincent Gallo.
Well,
She might be. Well, she was cast. I
talk
don't know
about
what
problematic person.
I don't know what the status on it is, but that was like the last I heard of her.
That ghoul will always reemerge somewhere.
I said she's in a place of heave ho.
She's heavy, but she's booked. She's still booked.
Yeah.
There was America's Got Talent is arguably the most dystopian show we have. And every time,
never watched a single episode.
let's just watch. So last night, by the way, there's a world where America's Got Talent is like the biggest show on TV. A la The Masked Singer.
There are people who live and die
By the sword.
by the America's Got Talent season.
Howie Mandel, Sofia Vergara, Mel B.
Is Heidi Klum on it?
No, not anymore. And Simon Cowell, who's basically just like he's.
Did he invent the show?
Probably. It used to be Howard Stern. But these four, like every time I'm greeted by their giant billboard on Sunset, I'm like,
Did Nicole Scherzinger? Was she on America's Got
girl, I think they
Talent?
were all on it.
X Factor.
I think Brittany was on X Factor. Demi, they were all on it. Nikki,
Is X?
I don't even know. The Voice, they were all. No, Brittany was on The
too much.
Voice. No, she was on X Factor. X Factor is how in England how One Direction was formed, and Fifth Harmony in America.
It's too much.
Anyway, so this was a performance done by Boston Dynamics, debuted their truly terrifying robot dogs.
The dogs that will one day take the lives of a third of American citizens.
Yeah, the dogs that will purge us in about 10 years during the water wars.
Let's see it.
They're announcing their arrival. In 10 years, we will be getting like...
They will be knocking on the door.
Those like cow guns that...
Cattle prods?
No, that Javier Bardem used in No Country for Old Men. Those like... Yeah. They're going to have those come up to knock on our door and we answer. Psst.
You think things are bad now?
They're bad.
Like, soon it won't be people who come to your door to drag you out.
No.
It will literally be...
They're going to send robot dogs to drag out the gays in 2 years when they come for us.
Mm-hmm. I could see them like replacing ICE with a robot dog army. God. I mean, like, it is incredibly dystopian, but I love seeing people's faces go from like shock and awe to excitement to then they got a standing ovation. You know
that the creator took out the one that died and just when it woke back up and just shot it in the head backstage.
Was this just meant to be like a fun interlude? They're not getting like judged.
No, they are.
Who? But
they're
the
like
person
creator.
With the...
Here, put it back on. Their creator comes out, I think. The standing O. Oh my God, the bow. Oh, that is scary. Look, she comes out. She's escorted.
Who is she?
She's like probably like a weapons manufacturer in heels.
You know, that sometimes does happen.
That is so scary. They look like
everyone
bugs.
Who was, maybe taking a little bit of money out of your paycheck, putting it in emergency savings, you're going to have to find a way to take a little bit more money and put it in your own robot dog savings, because the only way to fight fire is with fire. And in order to survive the robot dog purge of 2028, you will have to have a fully trained robot dog or robot maid who is programmed with either flamethrower or shotgun or bazooka.
They're going to have all those as an option on their programming. Flamethrower.
Well, you're also going to need to put aside some money for like a hacker who can help you.
And jelly shoes.
And all your filler and set. Like, life's getting expensive as a woman, but you will need to have, if you're single, a robot and the hacker programmer who can decentralize it from the main hub
Mhm.
and work it on a private network for you where it can't then be hacked into and told what to do by like the overlords.
Right. I don't.
We're going to have to basically train your own military. You're going to have to start your own. Everyone will have to start their own militia.
Everyone will have one. The future is everyone has their own militia.
I would be down.
I
would like to have, I would like to have a farm that is just patrolled by robot dogs with shotguns.
Those will be patrolling like the White House in a year.
Yeah.
What I hate about what they do to me is like I'm equally feeling pity for them. I feel like I want to protect them.
They're cute.
But I also want to kill it with a stick. I want to kill it with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But it also makes me want to like save it. And that's why I know they're winning.
They're appealing.
It's like how I feel constantly nervous for the Wall-E like delivery dog robots.
Yeah, I don't
delivery
let them near
wagons.
me.
I'm worried about them.
I know, but I don't engage. I have to disengage. It's too Al-Anon to like really engage with them. So I say, you cannot deliver to me, but I do wish you well.
Mm-hmm.
But with the robot dogs,
I like
see.
Sofia Vergara going, it died. Yes.
They probably all get one for free as like the judges.
Simon rode one home to Malibu.
A robot dog?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Simon Cowell.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your husband.
No.
I was like, he rode a robot
No,
dog.
Simon Cowell like rode one home because he's always riding something.
I think I think you might have to add like a Boston Dynamics higher up to your suck and fuck list so that you can get a robot dog.
All right.
Think about it.
I'll get Eiffel Towered by two like closeted Boston Dynamic creators.
They probably have like cool gays that work there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that woman that came out looked a little.
She just seemed fun.
Yeah.
She was in a high heel.
She was in the highest heels. Anyway, I just thought that was very subcoded.
Very much so. Well, should we get into the reason for the season?
Let's get into it. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique
Robot Dog
Jelly.
Hell. Killed once again.
Valley of the Dolls.
Valley of the Dogs. Okay, wait. We have to start by discussing the scene that we missed last week
Rep.
because I don't. Because I.
Yeah.
Have you been replaced? This is when you're replaced. When you start, I'll know you've sent.
Yeah.
You've hired a robot to wear a Carey skin suit.
Ah!
And
Oh my God,
sent
imagine.
it in here to podcast with me.
Wait, imagine one of those wearing the skin of like the husk skin of a person, but still in the shape of a robot dog. But like they're like, that would literally be the worst thing I've ever can imagine. Can you imagine if
Not
someone
stretchy enough.
If someone was like if a robot dog was wearing my skin but still walking on all fours? Can you imagine seeing that thing coming down the street?
I'll go, wow.
Bloody.
Things have gotten bad around here. Okay, so for some reason I like thought the episode was over, even though I watched it twice and just
You
said,
just
well,
decided
that's
it
enough.
was
I
a-
decided we've reached the end. But
You
there
said,
was
"I'm
a
calling
whole
it."
scene. I'm calling it. Well, I'm calling it. Boop, powered off. No questions asked. Brittany and Sherry were at their abode, and Brittany was covering the cameras back up with Sherry helping her out. And Sherry goes, now he's been blocked by Brittany. And then Brittany calls Jenny, Jax's sister, and is speaking on the fact that her wedding band and engagement ring are missing. She cannot find them anywhere.
Because I truly believe Jax is like the Shard's trawler and is like breaking out of fake rehab at night and like patrolling around the house.
Well, she was like, he was back here to get the mail. And it's like, what? Rehab lets you leave to go home to like check the mailbox.
I don't think they like furlough you. It's not like he's an outpatient.
It's very strange. So she calls Jenny and she's like, my engagement ring's missing, my wedding band. I can't find it anywhere. And then the producer gets a text from Jax that says, make sure you get that on camera. I can hear everything. And they're like, is he listening to us? And then he calls Jenny. And she's like, I gotta go. Then Jenny calls her back and is like, Jax just said he's going to the hospital.
He's having a heart attack. Literally, this is the kind of shit like a serial killer does when they want you to know like that they were there. Like BTK used to do this shit. Like he would like go and like kind of snoop around, change things around. Manson did it, creepy crawling, where they would just move a little furniture just to let someone know that they were there. That's what he's doing to her.
He's stalking her entire life.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
And then this heart attack, this cardiac event will come into play in this episode.
So he also texted Brittany before the heart attack, he let her know that their home is in foreclosure and that she will be solely responsible for all the payments moving forward, and that he isn't going to split the podcast with her. He isn't going to give her the podcast proceeds. He intends to split them 50-50.
And then Sherry got up on the microphone and immediately turned into Julian Casablancas and went, I want to be forgotten.
Brittany goes, what in the world did I do to deserve any of this? And Sherry goes, you didn't do anything, Brittany.
Well, maybe something in her past life.
I would say
she has some karma.
What
I feel for her.
In this current life have you gone through that informed your decisions to ignore every red flag over the course of this relationship and tie yourself to this person for life?
It's
what
sad.
have you gone through? It must go back to like her parents' relationship.
Yeah, the elephant is in the room with Brittany, and it's her mom.
You don't end up in a relationship with Jax Taylor to this degree if you haven't had some sort of like grave sort of misstep in your own upbringing and like the way you were taught to see the world.
I mean, didn't her parents have like kind of a nasty divorce?
I don't know. Her mom's been married like a bunch of times.
Yeah, I don't think there's like not blaming it fully on.
But I'm just saying, what introduced this dynamic?
Yeah.
Like, why were you so attracted to this person and so willing to overlook literally things that would make most people, I would say like 90% of people, run in the opposite direction?
My simpleton analysis is that, very unqualified, like dumb analysis of this, is that she's just like a small town girl.
Is she just really dumb?
I don't think she's dumb. I think she's naive. And I think it's truly a case of like thoroughly modern Brittany. And she like came to this big city and just got on TV and like,
this is how it is.
This is how it is in Hollywood, you know, and I think she just fully drank the Kool-Aid. It's really sad. And her mom goes, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, Jax, wait, he don't love you like you love him.
And she goes, Mama, that's beautiful. When did you learn how to sing?
2008. 2005.
She goes, meet me in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She goes, you can read all about it in the book. Meet me in the bathroom.
Meet me at the Misshapes. Cobra Steak.
This week's episode begins with a humiliation ritual in which Jasmine and Zack have to rollerblade.
They're rollerblading in NoHo near where Simon works. I was like,
too close.
Too close.
Then it cuts to the girls getting their hair done while Jared Lips watches, mouth agape. And
Michelle is sitting with a huge bun for a minute, and she looked like Queen Amidala.
I thought it was a bun too, and I think her hair is wrapped up in.
No, I know, but
I thought it was a huge bun, and I was like, "Whoa!"
It looked like space bun. I was like, "This is a little Star Wars."
She was in place of Star Wars.
Michelle, this episode, you will see a new side of her where she's jealous.
Brittany goes, "Jack's coming home soon. I can't find my wedding band. I can't find my engagement ring.
Can't find my engagement ring.
He's been selling all my Jenny Craig bags on eBay for $30.
That is so bleak.
Jax is poshing.
He's poshing up a store. He's literally
We
LuLaRoe.
found his eBay. Felix Potvin. Oh, 29.
All goes back to hockey.
Jax's eBay store.
Oof.
What does it say?
Found Jax's eBay store. He's using the name of a Canadian hockey player. There's not a lot for sale right now, but it's pretty much exactly what I would imagine.
Good. Let's see who his wares are.
Proud 90 golf.
I thought it was going to say Proud Boys shirt.
Proud Boys.
Jax.
Golf. It's a golf stretch pullover shirt.
Yellowstone Monopoly.
Stop.
Ooh, buy it now.
Buy it.
He has a 97.3 rating.
Can we buy that? Unisex, colorful, loose rainbow faux rabbit, long coats, outwear jacket. Okay.
New in box, Adidas Authentic Detroit. Interesting.
Wow.
This is all must just be swag.
Master of the Universe collects the Skeletor. Get out of here.
Jax's garage sale.
Yeah, that actually is cute. Oh,
26 watchers. G.I. Joe.
He has like Detroit Tigers.
Not DeWalt banner flag.
What's DeWalt?
I don't know, just like a chainsaw company. This is truly random.
That jacket's honestly.
Bill Murray,
Star
Dan
jacket's
Aykroyd, 8x10 sign, Ghostbusters.
$749? What?
I think it's 8x10 inches. $749?
Let's get it. I actually kind of like that starter jacket. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one?
Go up.
Yellowstone Monopoly. Is
That.
it the Detroit
Yeah.
Tigers? It's cool.
It's cute.
I'll bet you can find it for less.
Yeah.
He's sold a lot of things.
Wait, $59? It's absolutely priced afford. Very responsibly.
Yellowstone we're keeping our eye on this.
We're monitoring.
We're
the situation.
monitoring.
No, never opened.
Never opened, but he's showing the money. Yeah, Jax is not
we have to
really.
But we have to get the one that he had.
No, it's gonna be missing shit. He literally
We're
has
gonna need
pictures.
No,
of
we
the-
should get it and then do like a saging on camera.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we're in
I
talks.
don't really want to give him any money.
That's true. Fuck him.
But I am glad to know that my posh game is stronger than his eBay game. Mama, he's selling my Jenny Craig bags.
$20 a pop.
$30. If you paid $30 for a Jenny Craig bag,
What's a Jenny Craig bag look like?
I think it's just like a bag.
That she
Some
her
people
line.
even on Poshmark will sell like a shoe box that nice shoes came in. Like they'll sell the Chanel box,
Well, they are kind of cunty.
but like you would buy a box.
No, but I can see why some people would be like,
Some people
they want the
there-
illusion.
People out there love to buy an empty box.
They want to be a master of illusion.
They do. Master of the house. Wait, I'm in such a place of Les Mis.
Are you?
I got my period 2 days ago, and then there was like a Les Mis mention on a podcast that I listened to, and then I said, ooh, it's time Mama's gonna go down.
Mama likey.
Mama likey, I said, and I pushed play, and then I was spirited away.
Which song?
Well, I started at Master of the House and then let it kind of play, but then I went back to Who Am I? 24601. And then I was like radicalized. I was like, we are living in Les Mis right now.
We
If
are.
you really think about it.
Do you know my dad, before I was born, he told my mom they went to see Les Mis
That's glam.
in Philly. And when he played Bring Him Home, you know, that
Bring
he
him
turned to my mom and
home.
said, that's my son's song.
Bring. Your dad went, bring him home.
He went, bring back my girls.
You said, there is a castle on a cloud.
That was me.
That was you.
He predicted everything.
Anyways.
One day we'll sing I Dreamed a Dream on a tour, like
Yeah.
a funny cover of it.
Yeah. I always think of Anne.
He spent the summer by my side.
But he was gone when
Autumn came. I love when she goes, he took my childhood in his stride. But he was gone when autumn came.
Do you remember when she's dying and she goes,
Give me a little what's that song like? Give your teeth to mother. What is those like brothel women?
they yank all her teeth out, cut her hair off, but then she like dies. And she gives cassette away.
Yeah, she comes, who are you, an angel, sir?
And she's like, tell her I'll see her when I wake, and I will see her when I wake. And then she dies.
Yeah.
Oof, I'm giving myself
And then she comes
chills.
back at the end.
Well, a vision.
Yeah.
Anyways. Doute and Luke's housewarming party, their house is like the sad version of the Boogie Nights house party where William H. Macy kills himself. It literally, like, I'm ready for someone to blow their brains out in the bathroom.
What was his name? Little Bill? Yeah, Little Bill.
When his wife is constantly cucking him.
Nina Hartley. She's like, get out of here, you fucking...
What the fuck are you looking at?
The fuck are you looking at?
Oh,
and he says the famous line, she's got an ass in her cock.
Mm-hmm. Jenna from VPR of yesteryear, real heads know, Jenna fucked James Kennedy while Kristen and him were dating. But still friends. Nothing slows these people down. You could fuck anyone's man and you're friends for life.
Brittany comes out and sees the pool and she goes,
I love it back here. It's private. I love the privacy.
I love it. It's private.
and
No
then
one would take your ring. Sell it on eBay with the Jenny Craig bags. $30.
Keep those balls high.
and Scheana and Brock walk in and they open the door and Scheana goes, it's a party. I'm not knocking. It's a party. I'm not knocking.
Danny has gone fully into Jack Torrance mode.
Yeah.
The Scrotox. Do Scrotox.
Scrotox. Danny's like, him and Zack, he went with Zack. He's trying to show us that he's cool with gays. So
Yeah.
he went with Zack's to get his balls pumped. And I was like, Zack's going to be one of those gays that has like huge beanbag silicone balls.
It's not silicone, though.
I know, but like, you know, like
but
those
I need a
gays.
before and after shot. I need to really see, because I just don't see why it would be worth it to Botox something in that way.
I think it's just Zack. But Danny's
It's just like when you're gay and curious.
Yeah.
You might become so curious that you inject your nuts with Botox. But I would argue like you don't need to do that.
wait, did Danny get it?
No.
He just was
He
there.
sat outside the room and said, "What?"
He went,
He had
oh,
had
no.
gay panic.
Yeah, he had a little gay panic. And everyone knows when you have gay panic, you chug a bottle of water and it goes away.
You want to see some before and afters?
Sure.
This.
But you know when gays get their giant dick, like they fill their dicks with like...
Okay, can we talk balls for a second? Here's the before and
Balls?
after. That's before and that's after. What are you more into? We'll blow it up.
I like to suck on balls, so...
You want them more accessible?
But the one on the right, they look too...
They're too hangy.
They're too hangy and it's a little freakish. The one
I
on the...
like balls that are just balls, that are just there.
That one could get a little...
What? You just lift up and put
Yeah.
it in mouth.
But the one on the right, I think it's too artificial looking.
It's so, like...
But I love...
You love a big
I'd like to suck
gurgling
on
a ball in
balls,
your
yeah.
mouth. I like to do a ball suck every once in a while as a treat.
But Zach's all about that ball suck life. He wants his balls sucked on. Benji's like, I want them big. I want them hanging.
Scrotoplasty. Okay, I'm in the wrong.
You gotta get out of there.
I gotta get out of here.
But Danny Danny was truly there just to be like, see, I'm not homophobic.
No, I believe gays should be allowed to
Get
put
Scrotox
Botox in their fucking scrotum.
Gays should be allowed to get Botox in their scrotum.
He goes, when you inject the Scrotox, do you also just sometimes give them a vasectomy just to make sure they don't reproduce? And they go, why would we ever do that? He goes, no reason. A gay should be allowed to have kids.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. I'll be right outside.
He wants them all sterilized.
He does. He goes, does this hurt or help their chance of having kids? They go, well, if you don't inject them correctly, yeah, you could maybe hurt their. He goes, great.
Why is my face locked like this?
Because it's Danny. He's fully, Danny isn't here, Mrs. Torrance.
I'm not channeling it as perfectly
You'll
as
get
I would.
there.
I have to get back to that. I'm thinking about it too much.
Just like let it
Wow.
ride.
So Jenna reveals that she dated Aaron.
Yes.
And I was like, leave it to Scheana for bringing a troublemaker back into the fold.
Jenna goes, well, we dated twice. Once 5 years ago and then another time. And I was like, dated? Do you mean like you fucked twice? Like, what's going on?
There's too many ja in this show.
Wait.
Ja, ja,
just
ja,
what we
ja,
needed,
ja,
another
ja,
ja.
ja, 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 ja.
Jesse is transvestigating Aaron and Michelle's relationship, and he's really trying to Nancy Drew the puzzle pieces together. And I'm like, let it the fuck go.
I know.
I also think he cheated on Michelle too.
Absolutely.
That the only reason that he's
With me. No, I'm just kidding.
he's so ardent about like proving a timeline is because he also cheated.
But I also could see him being like weirdly not cheating.
Or in like mad that he didn't cheat.
Yeah.
But I also think he's trying to just prove this so that he has to take zero responsibility for a failed relationship.
He's like, he's adamant that Michelle fucked multiple people. Which, like, again, he's trying to like show that he's like basically just wants permission to call her a slut again.
But it's also like, if she was doing that, then you failed in some way.
Yeah, it's takes two to tango, my friend.
And if someone is cheating on you, you have to understand what the relationship dynamic is and understand that you're participating in that in some way, shape, or form.
Jenna and Jesse were giving vibes to each other too.
Yeah.
He was like, if I fuck Jenna, then I'll be closer to Michelle again because she fucked Aaron.
Jenna's been hanging around this crew for a long time and hasn't gotten her due, so she could be angling.
That random woman from
The random is there.
The random
She shows up later too.
She shows up with, of course, Janet. And she
Janet
goes,
is, by the way, dressed like an undertaker.
Janet is
She's dressed
mortician
like
on
fucking
TikTok.
Uncle Lurch.
She comes in with a full
She's dressed
black
like Uncle Fester.
black blazer.
No neck.
She's Gomez Adams.
She's
And the random woman is there with her, and like she's giving, if you're watching her, I locked in on her because she can, as she did in the other episode she was in when Brittany assembles everyone around the pool, she's just giving like the most over the top reaction faces. She's going like, she's giving like extra told, like just sugar up the scene a little, sweeten it up, sweeten up the scene.
At the big toast for Brits, aka Jax's, it cuts to her in the background and she's like misty-eyed.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot.
I have some thoughts about that whole scene.
It cuts to Scheana, and you hear Scheana go, yeah, I got salmon sperm put in my face and braids. And I was like, tell me more. We don't linger on her enough.
She goes, now, Jenna, if you're going to come back to the party, you need to, like, assert yourself. Stick yourself in the drama. Get on the beat.
Jasmine takes charge and approaches Janet and Jason and is like, when Melissa's back, let's the four of us have a discussion. I was like, okay.
Also, wait. Going back to Jenna and Jesse's combo, she said that Aaron and Michelle were spotted in WeHo making out, and I was like, these fucking VPR people love to take their affairs to a gay bar and like make out in private amongst the gays. Have you noticed that? Sandoval and Raquel did.
But it's also where they all go.
Yeah.
So they're not even trying to necessarily hide it because they run into like Jax's friends there.
Yeah.
Who then
That
told
guy.
Jax.
The biker guy.
I go, get away from me.
Snake eyes.
Stay away from me, Snake Eyes. Get away.
Snake Eyes McNulty.
He's very Jack Nicholson, like
Hey.
5 Easy Pieces. He's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Luke is setting up a trip to propose to Doute in Hawaii, and he's recruiting Danny for his mission.
When Danny's talking to him about it, he grips Luke's shoulder in a very pastor way.
Yeah.
It's very like,
He's
brother,
like, pray on it, man.
Pray on it. You're going to be good, man.
You're going to be good.
Take
'cause
her out
you're
on that
straight.
catamaran.
You're heterosexual, and God smiles on those people.
yeah, God will bless her womb. for once and for all.
Mm-hmm. Nia decides she has to begin the extraction.
Okay, it's 10:36, almost 11. Time to go, Daniel.
I told the babysitter 11 and it's 10:46. We've got to go.
We've got to go.
I was like, Al-Anon is rearing her ugly head once more.
She is in extraction mode.
She goes, it's time.
It is time.
We've got code red.
We find out that Jax came home from rehab to get the mail for the mail.
Stole the rings, probably.
And he had turns out the going to the hospital bit was a lie. And he had actually just told the front desk person to lie to his sister and say that he was en route to the hospital.
The front desk girl was so jarred and like traumatized by being implicated in this ruse that she was crying. She was...
Okay, what rehab is this?
I'm telling you, it's at like a extended stay America.
This is a Best Western.
It's a Best Western where people who are like on long business trips can stay for like a month. I'm telling you.
I don't think that this rehab, the more and more we learn, and we've said this before, but this is not a rehab. What rehab are you interacting with a front desk person?
I mean, I know rehabs take people to like recovery meetings and like a group, like, and they'll all go in a group. So like that happens. But I don't think people have like, give me 20 minutes to run by the house.
I need to go check the mail.
Check the mail and steal some rings. Like I'm sorry, this is not.
In what rehab are you going to be like left to your own devices to speak to a front desk person for an extended period of time, convince them to make a live phone call and like berate them to the point that they're crying without someone intervening and being like, sir, we need you to step away from the desk and like put you in like restraints.
Yeah, and all in order to traumatize your wife, and in doing so traumatizing your sister, the only family member you speak to.
It's very strange.
It's fucked up.
This rehab is literally a Holiday Inn Express.
It is. In like Chatsworth, I swear to God.
So Jax has said, again, their house is in foreclosure because he didn't pay the mortgage and that they are splitting the podcast 50-50 now.
He also said something about like, I have eyes and ears everywhere. Like, don't think that you're
getting away with anything.
And I'm watching you, and I will know if you tattle on me.
He's gone the watcher.
Yeah.
Michelle goes to Lala's house, which is really nice, actually.
Lala's house was great. She's very pregnant. Lala, again, being called Michelle's friend, I'm like...
Lala's a bit nonverbal in this season, but I understand she's pregnant and out of a job. So...
They sort of just bond over their flop exes, and I think it's because Lala is pregnant and her lips are very filled from the filler probably as well. But she goes, I'm not trying to judge a woman when she's in the state. She goes, I think you become desensitized. You become desensitized. Did you hear that?
No, but I love it. Michelle's like, totally. Then she reveals a really sad thing.
Yeah, this was
her
devastating.
mom has stage 4 colon cancer. I said, another one.
Another one. Stage 4 is coming for us all. I'm seriously terrified.
But it really terrified me, and I need to do more research about this. But she was like, my mom got sick. She just thought she had food poisoning. Then she went to the doctor, and it turns out she had stage 4 colon cancer.
Yeah, I'm like, how many times have I had diarrhea?
Wait, can you just like one day you barf a little bit and have a diarrhea, and then it turns out you have stage 4 colon cancer?
Basically.
There has to be, you can't go from 0 to stage 4.
But as Lala says, you can be desensitized.
You could be desensitized.
You could be desensitized. And not realize that this is happening because you're just so used to your body being in peril.
Isn't a colonoscopy, aren't you supposed to get a colonoscopy
when
like every year?
Men should start getting it when they're 40. So I have about...
They say women at 45, which I think is too... I'd be getting them now if I could.
I'm already like preparing for the fisting.
It's not so...
No, I know. It's like more of a
tube,
but
it's camera.
It's fisted.
It's a light.
It's a light.
It's a light tube.
But I don't want to be so desensitized where I don't get my shit checked.
No, me neither.
And I'm conjuring my old... I used to sound like this when I was a kid.
Really? You had a lisp?
Yeah.
cute.
I had to go to multiple speech therapists, and they would walk us through the home ec room to go.
He's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not to out him, but my best friend Matt, we both went together.
Two gays getting their lisps taken care of.
But they would walk us through the middle school home ec room. It was like, it felt very like evil because we shared a building with the middle school. Michelle definitely was like, please ask me about my mom during this convo so people will know that I too am going through pain.
Michelle is having some resentments that like everyone is rallying around Brittany, but she's going through the same thing and hasn't felt the same level of support. I'm like, Girlina, you have to ask for it. Maybe if you have a little party where you invite people over and like get some Postmates and cry, like they'll be, if you tell them what's going on, I think that they will be open to supporting you.
I foresee a fight between Michelle and Brittany by the end of the season.
Bring it. Bring it on.
You gotta ask for help if you want it.
Ask for help. Demand it.
It's not my fault you didn't ask for it.
Michelle and Jasmine meet Jason.
Melissa.
Oh, God.
I know.
Melissa and Jasmine meet Janet and Jason at El Compadre for lunch in broad daylight.
I said, why are they in my space?
Yeah, I was like, get out of it. We were just there.
I know. I was like, this dinner, boring. They bury the hatch. I was like, anyways. They discover that Doute is the person who riled everyone up.
They all ask for margaritas, and Chablis Hobbs comes skulking here. She goes, anyone want a Cadillac margarita?
If you get a Cadillac, you get a shot on the side.
Just telling you. Or you can get a beer.
You put beer upside down in it.
Get a Cadillac margarita beer. What do they call again? Those micheladas.
Janet has this concerned, confused look plastered on her face.
She's a bit in like Blake Lively, like I'm so timid mode.
She's in girl so timid. So yeah, they bury it and they all say I love you and
they're like, God, Doute is such a bitch.
But Jason was like, you have a lot of anger towards Janet, and I think I wish Jasmine had just been like, because she's so random.
I don't fucking like her. She's random. You agree, you're random, right? And Janet goes, I am. I'm pretty random.
We're all a little random down here.
And they go, we are a bit, but not as random as you. You're probably the most random one of the bunch. And she goes, okay, I can
maybe see
own that. I can see that a little bit.
But I think in this space, if you're sharing a booth with a random, that makes you kind of random as well.
I think the randomness permeates and would become part of your aura as well.
And then she goes
Jax does another rehab diary from a Home Depot restroom.
The Blair Witch. She goes, I'm 2 days before I'm released back, and I'm so happy to take my things I've learned here and spread them to the world. I'm like, you are so fucking fake.
You're crazy.
You are such a liar.
Also, everyone is just calling it the facility, which like, I love it. Don't stop. But also, I would think that not calling it exactly what it is more harmful than helpful, because then you can just say the facility, but you're not really addressing like why he's there.
He's always on the floor. I'm just like,
what is this room?
My hatred of it has crossed into like, it feels in my marrow now. Like before it was sort of superficial, like TV. Now I'm just like, knowing that he's doing these fake ass Poughkeepsie tapes, being like, things are going great here. Like, I can't wait to like be with my son, make things right with my friends, and of course, try to make things right with Brittany, my wife. Like
immediately he'll turn around and text her, I'm watching you like a fucking hawk. Have a little sip, have fun partying while I'm in here.
Yeah, he's like, I know you're drinking,
life.
I know you're drinking beer.
It's so crazy. But like at this point, I agree. Like I hate him, but I also need to see this through to fruition.
Oh, me too.
Like I need to see
it's
the end result of him like crashing his car on the freeway.
Yeah.
Into like a fireball.
Enjoy your beer.
Like this can only end badly. And I know that, but I'm seated and I feel like I put in so much time and energy that I can't rest until he annihilates himself, which is sick. I am
You're
part of the
admitting it.
problem, but like I need it.
Whatever. At this point,
we can't kick him off now.
He has brought this on
unfortunately.
himself.
We brought it on ourselves.
We did.
As viewers.
We're
Every
garbage, too.
single person that ever watched Vanderpump Rules is complicit in Jax's horrific abuses, and now we have no choice but to see it the fuck through.
Drink your Tecate and lime. I'm watching you.
I have eyes everywhere.
Drink
Who
that
are
whiskey.
Jax's eyes?
His weird friends.
He probably made friends with a lot of eyes in the facility.
Brittany orders.
I'm ready to walk out of here. I have a lot of apologizing to do. He's wearing a white Jax's Studio City hat, so you know that he's still a little fucked up.
Yeah. Brittany orders a town's worth of McDonald's and Domino's. And it arrives at her doorstep and she goes, "Oh, who could it be?" And she goes outside and she goes, "Aw."
Oh, I was like, girl, what are you trying to do? Get diabetes and give everyone diabetes who exists in your world? I just am like,
She feels like it looks like a flower vase with fries. And Michelle comes in and she goes, this is so cunty. She goes, "Brittany and I certainly have different taste buds."
I can get down with fast food.
Mm.
I'm not above it, and I love Domino's, and I can fuck with McDonald's.
On the road.
But it's on the road. That had to travel so far. Like a Domino's still holds up with the traveling, but like McDonald's and Taco Bell traveling far and then being kind of lukewarm on the counter doesn't hit.
She goes, "Aw." So she's having all the girls and Zack over to help her pack Jax's shit because he's coming back in 2 days' time from the facility. And she...
Also, when Jax goes, "I'm so ready to just walk out of here," I was like, bitch, you've been walking out of there every day. You walk out of there at whim to check your mail.
You go to the AM/PM like
you're never
multiple
not
times
walking
a day.
out of there.
You are walking in the valley. You're doing walkabouts daily.
Yeah. I'm so
so ready to finally see the light of day.
By the time he's filmed this tape, he's walked in and out probably 20 times.
He probably goes to the gym. He probably goes to like get his hair cut. Like this guy is. It's like when Epstein was in jail and like
he's at the Epstein rehab where he got to go to work every day.
Got to go to work. Got to go out to dinner.
Jax. Okay. I also love that Jax is in the facility, which is like a rehab / like mental health, like insane asylum. And they're like, you know what we should really do?
What?
Is get together on camera, shove all his belongings, this mental health crisis patient's belongings into trash bags, film it, and throw them in the garage, separate his shoes.
I love it.
I love it too, but I'm just like, I think he deserves it. But at the same time, I'm like, you guys know nothing about if someone is really like in the throes of addiction and mental health crisis, it is not going to help them to do trash bag belongings.
I 100% agree with you, but I think it's him. So
no, I like that it will torture him and perpetuate it will do nothing but ramp up his addictive tendencies and mental health crises, plural. And for that, I say, bravo, miladies. But I'm just saying,
it's not good.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
It's the worst thing that you could possibly do, probably to a person that's getting out of a facility.
And it's only going to make him more angry and like more vindictive.
It's going to set him the fuck off.
But Brittany, maybe it's part
she
of
likes
her fun
it.
and games.
This is part of their dynamic.
Zack is trying best to become her best gay again. He's like, "Miss Lips, your days are numbered." And he is fully...
He locked Jared Lips at home.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where's Jared?" And he goes, I don't know.
And you see his house. He has like a moat around his house with like lava in it. He's like, "Help me!"
He's like locked Jared in a basement somewhere.
Yeah. They're all just kind of commiserating, talking about... And Brittany goes, "If anyone mentions Jax, take a shot." Take a shot.
And Zack goes, "So tomorrow night, we have one more day until Jax gets out of the facility."
You said Jax. Brittany goes, "Take a shot."
He goes, "So we'll all go there to Jax's Studio City."
Oh, take a shot.
And party.
Yeah, they're like, let's celebrate
go to
your coke-addicted husbands, alcoholic husbands,
abusive husbands,
ejection from rehab by getting blackout.
Also,
It's incredible.
We know your husband loves to abuse you and has been abusing you the entire time he's been at the facility. So let's
go to his place of work.
Let's really like make sure the chances of him yearning to abuse you even more are higher than ever by going to his work and changing the name. Like,
why would you want to be there? I wouldn't want to spend any time there.
No, I'd be like, goodbye.
I'd be like, let's go to the Madonna Inn and have like a fun girly night, right? Like, do something fun and go to that. Like,
no, but these people are so backwards. Like, they also like if my friend was in an abusive relationship, I'd be like, we're not doing anything to give this person more ammunition
or
like
validation.
We're full like gray rocking. We're not even like going to pretend they exist. And we're like not mentioning them. Not that that becomes an excuse for them to abuse, but it's like, I wouldn't want to do anything that would be sure to make that person angry.
But they're on the payroll.
I know, but that is where this ethical dilemma comes in.
We're past ethics.
No, we passed them long ago, but I just enjoy being in this space where it's like everything is counterintuitive to actual like healing.
She starts breaking down at one point and Zack goes, hug her. And he goes, oh my God, I feel like a naughty Santa Claus right now carrying a sack of garbage to the garage.
Brittany sees like a jean jacket. She goes, aw, that Jack's his crop jacket. He loves to wear. Aw. And she sees Jack's number one guy in the group switch. She goes, aw.
Hug her.
She starts crying.
Hug her.
Like, girl.
I love Zack can't hug her, but someone
hug her.
Someone hug her.
Brittany then meets with the divorce lawyer.
This was super Laura Dern in A Marriage Story.
Mm-hmm.
This power woman.
It made me want to arbitrate.
She was cool.
She was cool.
She was like going through her. I have this ASMR thing when someone goes to a therapist or a lawyer in a show when they're writing little notes. I go like,
you like it?
I just get really soothed by like
note taking.
So Brittany's like breaking down what's going on. She goes, there's one more day until Jax gets out of the facility, so I'm going to go meet with a divorce lawyer.
And so she's showing the lawyer all the texts that Jax has been sending her from the facility.
The lawyer's like, what in the fucking hell?
And then Brittany breaks down the finances of it all. So she knew that Jax was $1.2 million in tax debt before they got married. She got married to him anyways.
As you do.
And then she was like, well, and he was going to go to jail if we didn't put the refinance the house and put the mortgage towards the payment.
In my name.
In my name. So we refinanced the house, and now our mortgage payment went from $8,000 a month to $17,000. And then the IRS garnished $100,000 from Brittany's bank account. I was like,
they have a child.
The fact that you would even marry someone that's $1.2 million in debt, you're really stupid for that.
There's also nothing I love more than a like powerful Armenian woman in the Valley
taking notes and helping you.
Like when I got my car, the woman who helped me was Armenian, and she was so fucking chic and cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just on her clipboards, and it's just so Valley, and I just love it. She soothed me. She was like, you need to extract yourself.
I just don't know how Brittany's... I think like she's gonna have to just call it a loss.
Bankrupt?
Not bankrupt, but like I don't see a world in which she like gets a lot of like money back. Like I don't see a world in which he like pays her.
No, I think he's gonna drag, like it's gonna be messy. I think that she should totally cut him off. Just be like, we're good. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything. We're good.
The only communication we have is about like custody stuff. I think she should try and get full custody, and then just
Child
be
support?
like,
no.
I would say,
no,
we're done. I don't want money from you. You're not getting money from me. And like you got what you got.
Agree.
You did good. Great job scamming the fuck out of me. And like, I'm done. There's trying to fight with this person and get him to pay you back any of that money. honey, if he didn't pay the IRS, he's certainly not going to pay you.
He like married her. It was like a grift.
Yeah. It was a full-blown like Dear John. Because when you marry someone, you absorb all their debt.
Yeah.
Any credit card debt that they have, any debt that a person has, you marry them and it becomes your debt.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Okay.
1.2.
Malibu seafood.
Not
I love
so
this
bad.
place.
Not
I love
so
crab
bad.
cakes.
And then it's just insane.
So she officially files.
She goes, this finally making me realize, wow, this is bad.
This woman is like, you're an idiot. This
But
lawyer.
she goes, I love to see it. She goes, well, this woman's calculating me like, well, this broad does have some money. So let's fire it up.
Yeah,
my
she's
hourly
like,
rate.
here's
as a
my
divorce
hourly-
attorney, you're like, hell fucking yeah.
This is a good one.
You actually might want to just drag it out for as long as humanly possible.
Yeah. Lawyers weigh in. What's the best path for Britt?
I read, girly, you really stepped in it.
Jax's gets turned into Britt's. Zack is wearing like a Britt's Tavern shirt. Like he's going the full. He is like, I will win her back.
They all got
Get her
together
back.
for like a craft day where they made Britt's Studio City.
They cover the sign with a banner that says Britt's. I was like, this is just weird.
It's weird.
This place isn't holy. Jesse was the only one that was like, this is all weird.
And he had a point.
Yeah.
It was like, why are you baiting? It's weird to like celebrate here. It's like cursed burial ground. And also you're baiting this person. You're purposely like poking a person. By all means, poke away.
But he was the only one that like somehow had the sense of like, I'm uncomfortable being here. I don't even want to drink. I have to go get him tomorrow.
But he also likes acting like
he does.
holier than thou.
Next time I see him, which I probably will.
You're like in each other's universes.
Did I talk about that?
You've seen him twice now?
I saw him at Did I talk about how I saw him at Whole Foods last week?
No.
Yeah, I saw him in line at Whole Foods with Isabel. I didn't see Isabel. I knew she was like playing with something. Walked right by him.
Celeb sighting.
I kept it as I didn't. I averted
No,
eye
you
contact.
gotta. It's a full hide.
Yeah,
It's-
but he had a big grocery. What is that
She said
called?
business is booming, eh?
Shopping cart. He seemed like a good dad. Gotta say, he's really hot, and it's
He's
really
hot.
hard for
It's
me.
unfortunate.
It's really hard for me.
I know. It's hard for all of
And I
us.
feel
We
like
all
he and I
struggle.
somehow have a vibe. I'm just.
I really feel like you do as well. You're always cruising each other in the groceries. Didn't you see him at Bristol Farms
Saw him at
once?
Bristol. He didn't cruise me then. He's never actually cruised me once.
No, you've never
I've-
made eye contact.
I've cruised him.
You're always
but this-
oft found cruising Jesse.
But this paired with the follow, and that we're still not following him back. We have to check to see if that's still happening. We'll get confirmation.
We need you. I think you're going to have to start going grocery shopping a little bit more.
I go every day.
Oh, great.
Not big haul, just like little things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow back.
Doute and Britt are in the Uber on the way to.
Okay, this is when I was like, this is Carol and Bethany.
Did Carol congratulate Bethany?
No, Brittany is Carol and Bethany is Doute. Just like really intense girlfriendship.
Well, Doute goes.
Party for you, party for you.
Brittany's like, I signed a petition. I feel guilty afterward. And Doute goes, I'm really proud of you. Get over here. And hugs her. And she goes, you also smell really good. And I was like, Doute.
She goes, I want to smell your pussy. She goes,
fucking good.
She goes, what's that? She goes,
So,
is that herbal essences?
she goes, I'm wet. What?
She goes, is that herbal essences? Do you wash your pussy with herbal essences?
Wait, oh my God. On the after show, Brittany revealed that speaking of smell, she was like, Jack's always having girls over at the house. He was just texting with them. They'd send me the text, and sometimes I'd see his text. And one time we were cruised at the aquarium, and I saw on his phone a girl texted. And
Wait, how did she see on his phone?
I don't know. She saw on his phone. She was like, he texted, I could still smell your butt on me. She said, at the aquarium with Cruz, I could smell your butt on me still. Like, Jackson.
Ew, oh my God. He ate a girl's ass and then didn't wash his face. Talk
I
about
don't even know.
Giardia.
I mean,
Giarda.
Jax is
We're at the Long Beach Aquarium.
at the aquarium
At the aquarium, and he has ass juice on his face.
with cute crews. I can smell your butt.
I can still smell your butt on my hole.
It's like, my God.
He can smell
Even
her
after
butt.
that, Brittany's like, well, it seems like we can work it out. It's like, it's crazy.
Oh, Jax was with her at the aquarium.
Yes, they were
I
all
thought she
together.
was like somehow had like
no,
an
they were
app where
all.
she-
They were on a beautiful family outing at the aquarium, and she
I can
was
still smell your ass
"I can
water on
still
my
smell
face.
Your fucking anus on my face.
So glad I asked you to do an enema. He probably is into that. Watching like enemas. I feel like he's real shitty.
I think he likes to stink.
I'm sorry, it's just not my
what?
thing.
But
I like to eat ass, but
it took a coffee like, at what point do you call it?
I'm calling it.
I'm calling
That'd
it.
be me at the aquarium with my child, and then seeing my husband still smell. I could still taste your ass.
After you absorbed his $1.2 million debt, put it on your house,
She's a cuck.
She really is.
He was cucky. He was like reverse hot wifing her. Whatever that is. Cold.
Smell your fucking butt. Doute goes, they walk up and Doute texts everyone, we're on the way. We just pulled up.
She loves arriving. She loves being the one that arrives for
Loves it.
she would love to arrive with someone for their surprise party. She
it.
loves to get ready with them before a party they're hosting.
She goes, welcome to your bar, my love. She's full blown.
I didn't even remember her saying that.
She goes, welcome to your bar, my love.
Gentleman Jack.
She's courting Brittany. She just started the courtship. God, you smell fucking amazing. Welcome to your bar, my love.
Welcome to your tavern, my love.
Welcome to your bar, my love.
Everyone's here for you. The world's here for you.
Everyone wanted to gather to celebrate you tonight.
She goes, but I was the one in the car with
You
you.
smell so good. Never forget.
Remember, I was the one driving
Yeah.
with you for this moment. It will be a moment I remember forever.
Britt goes in. She goes, oh, God, you gotta be kidding me.
She goes, the night before Jax gets out and this is happening, the night before he comes out, I can't even believe my eyes.
There's a random table of people who are also not part of this gathering.
They got to keep it going
But they
somehow.
are all sitting next to where everyone is standing. So
But if it
Zack
was
gives
us-
a full toast, and these people are like, they're not even participating. They're just
they're
like
like
there.
gagging because they love being there.
They love it. And then it cuts to the rando lady, and she's like, I was like, whomst are you?
Danny starts going full eliminated for a fucking salty. He goes,
He hides a shot from Nia. They pour him a shot, and Nia hears everyone go, cheers. And she goes, and Danny goes,
it's so bad.
and waits till she turns around, then like
He's-
glugs.
He sits down at the table and he goes, straight from a bottle. He goes, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And he goes, I'm doing this bird and straight. He's literally Dorinda slurring.
He's
going,
salty. I go, she's starting. She's starting. And then Nia sits down next to him and he goes, hey, you want this shot they tried to give me? Like pretending like he
Hey.
didn't take it. And when he fully
he
drank it.
turns. Jesse goes, you hear Jesse go, tonight's the night. About Dan. He's fully Luann going, how's your margarita? Oh, you turn.
You turn. You really do.
You really turn.
Doute and Jasmine begin to face off.
Wait. Drink it. It's straight. He goes, I like to drink it straight
from the bottle.
Straight from the bottle.
His drink style is like chug a huge beer, have like a whiskey cocktail, and then take a shot of vodka.
He has an accelerant. He hides the accelerant, which is usually just straight vodka. It's true.
He
I'm
starts
sorry.
small, where he's like, I'm just a beer guy. I'm
Switch-
harmless. I
switch
just am a
into
beer
whis-
guy. Then he has like a cocktail to kind of like ramp it up. Then he goes into glug-glug sneaky mode.
He goes,
And now he's starting.
he goes, it's straight from
Straight
the
of
bottle.
the fucking bottle.
Straight from the
You
fucking
want
salty.
some of this fucking shot they tried to give me?
They tried
And
to
Nia
give me
goes,
this.
no, I hate you. I don't like shots.
No,
I was like,
my love, you know I don't like shots.
you just took a shot with Brittany like 2 episodes ago. She
Um,
goes, no, they make me sick. In fact, I was like, you're trying to code with him.
they
like,
all sit.
tell him low key.
Oh yeah,
He's gone though.
they all sit
I
around
go,
the tables,
it's
and
too late, babe. baby, now it's too late.
He starts getting pissy with Janet.
Because they're like
Janet's
talking about
his number one
Doute just
enemy.
starting shit, and he goes, Doty's like, yeah, we squashed the beef, and then you went and talked shit to Scheana, and Danny goes, oh, yeah, and I'm pissed about it. And
I'm
Nia
fucking
goes,
pissed.
Daniel, stop.
Daniel, stop it. Stop it, Daniel.
And Doty's next to Nia. She goes, you want to walk to the bar with me while I order a right Russian? And Nia goes, I got so. I can't stop Daniel.
There's also this one moment where you see a shot of Danny and Doty's just whispering in his ear. She is
Doty
fully...
loves it. She loves couples discord because then she can get ever closer to her prize, the women.
A white Russian? Ew.
I was like, you're disgusting.
Milkmaid.
You're drinking like breast milk. I can't think of anything less appetizing than a white Russian.
She goes, want to contribute?
When she sees a woman in crisis with her man, hey, you want to go up to the bar with me while I order a...
She also goes to Nia, who she knows is probably breastfeeding still, and she goes,
suck it, suck.
She goes, want to contribute?
She goes, want me to milk you later? Nia goes, what? And she goes, white Russian? She's such a fucking lesbian. She's the biggest. She's a bigger dyke than Janet and Melissa.
Jasmine.
Fuck. I'll never know their names. I'll never be able to get it right.
They start calling Danny Darkside Danny, which I thought was really funny.
Danny's like...
He's going like this. He's doing that. This is a blackout move men love to do, where they go like, and women, they go like this. Wow.
Danny goes, I'm real pissed. I don't know why she's saying anything. And you hear Janet go, because he's Danny Darko. And I was like,
he says, I'm what? They're what now?
All right.
Danny Darko.
Janet
Ohio.
clocked in.
And he goes, what is that? And he goes, I'm done.
He goes, wow. Jason goes, don't wow. You're the wow guy.
He goes, and Janet goes, we have nothing to hide, Danny. And he literally goes, Mwah!
He says, well, I'm done.
And Nia's like,
Chrissy goes, that's it. Janet just fucking sad. He's dark side.
What? That is really dangerous of someone to call someone dark side. That is a really dangerous label to give someone.
She said that right now.
That is not okay.
We simply must go.
We must go now. And she goes, Daniel, I think we should go home. I think we should leave. And Nia, sorry. And he goes, I think so too.
Nia in her head, it goes, begin the extraction. That's when she calls you. That's when she goes, well, I do think we've got to go now because the Uber has arrived, so we're going to go.
The babysitter is a robot dog.
It is. That's the only thing that could deal with 3 kids. Its long neck goes, gets the blanket, puts it over them, goes, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. It can do like little stars on the ceiling. If one other baby cries, it goes, wipes its butt, like it can change a diaper. I would let a robot child sit.
And then a home invader comes in and it goes... I love
Nia.
Wow. Yeah, they keep trying to infer
wow, you're the wow guy.
I really don't think Jason cheats on Janet. Like they keep trying to infer
I
this.
think
Like they all are just like
they're jealous.
They're jealous because they're like unfortunately very like happy together
and
normal.
And also they're mad that people are calling them out on his drinking, which they literally have on camera at this point. Brittany, she's sitting next to Jesse, and she goes, "Are you not drinking tonight?
Do you want to get a shot?" And he goes, "No." He's like, I got to wake up early. I'm getting Jax tomorrow.
Got to really be level-headed to pick old Jax up from the facility.
Can you imagine walking out of rehab and Jesse's picking you up?
I'd be like, let's go fucking party.
Bring me back in.
Let's go to lunch and order.
Let's go to Cheesecake Factory, and I'm going to get a giant
LIT
$18 cocktail.
Why is Luke dressed like the Easter Bunny?
It's very Easter parade.
He's very Easter. I think it's like a message.
It's very Music Man. He's Winthrop from Music Man.
Britt's shit-faced talking to Jesse.
He goes,
why are we trying to get this man to like regress the second he gets out? Like, when is enough enough? Like, how much do you have to win? Just when it comes to Jax, I've got him by the balls. There's no win because I got him by the balls.
She goes, I could do more if I want. She gets a list now
She's
too.
salty.
She goes, I could do more if I wanted to. And I could do less if I wanted. But he's not going to win against me. There's no comparison.
There's no comparison. I got him by the balls. And Josie goes, okay.
So we'll see how it goes on Jax's D-Day. I tweeted something about like there was a ticker like 2 days till Jack's release, and someone wrote there should be a purge sound when Jax gets it.
All businesses close their gate.
Yeah, the shutters. It's like when a big storm is coming.
Sunglasses hut goes. Airplanes are grounded.
Tunnels are sealed off bridges. LA is sealed off.
Ships go out to sea. Families gather together.
Yeah.
They go in their panic rooms.
The robot dogs get ready.
Jack should be forced to be escorted by robot dogs that like nip him when he lies.
Just pinch.
Yeah. Anyways.
Let's give a shout out to our girlies. Little Miss Bitch Cunt.
Nadal Aviv.
Kara England.
Sexy Unique Gandalf.
Ro Rosengarten.
Ash Kelly.
One of the dolls.
Teddy the Schnauzer and Tony Mango's Colt.
Alex Delisle.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Little Miss Bitch C.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London.
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell.
Brittany Rendon Weiss.
Danielle from the Brim.
Mazatov Laws.
Mary.
Kate Sutlin.
Diogo and Darian. DC's Tom Ford couple.
Matthew Thomas.
Owsley Robinson.
Kathy West.
Orlando.
Patron of the Farts.
Nick Sedaris.
Mr. Brandon.
Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Drone.
Drew from Toronto.
Katie Sublawyer.
RJ.
Myron Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
Jeffrey
Pratama.
Guys, thank you for being cult members. If you are not a Patreon subscriber, I regret to inform you you're missing out on some primo content.
We've got Just Like That recaps. We've got new recaps of Next Gen NYC. We've got a lot going on.
And weekly bonus episodes.
And weekly bonus.
You're hearing right now one of 4 episodes that we're releasing in a week. So if you want more sup, the place to go is patreon.com/sexyuniquepodcast. And we'll give you a little glimpse of last week's Next Gen NYC recap now, so you can have a little taste as a treat.
Georgia asks if she can go to the bathroom with Gia and
some of the
Mira.
girlies.
And Gia goes, yeah, if you want to come, that's fine. I went, oh my God. I was literally just like, holy shit.
Georgia's fearless.
She goes, I got to piss, which I liked.
Gia said that?
No, Georgia goes, I really need to piss.
They go piss and go piss, girl. They go piss and then Georgia doesn't wash her hands afterwards.
Riley calls her out. She's like, that's really disgusting. You also touched the bottom of a shoe. And she's like, whatever. I used to eat like food off the ground in New York.
She's positively turn of the century. She's the Nick.
She's the Nick. She's like the Bowery in 1900.
She's beyond like germs. She goes, what? Like, germs are pretty good for you. She's like, my microbiome's balanced. I never get colds. I never blah, blah, blah. And I was like, respect. And then the boys love it. I had eyes on I'm like a fucking hawk on this Dylan guy. It has lit something up within me where I'm like about to just drive to New York astronaut in a diaper style and like stalk him. But I was like, what does Dylan think of her? Like not washing her hands. And I see them just like hanging. I was like, these boys love it. They are unbothered boys. I took notes. I said,
they love a grimy queen.
Don't tell boys you don't wash.
They love a tall, skinny, beautiful girl who's like kind of looks a little messy and like is wearing socks with loafers.
Who just did not washing her hands. She goes, when I come to a party tonight. He goes, yeah, can we smoke there? She goes,
she goes, what? My body, my choice. And I was like, she's a loller.
You gotta go, I haven't taken a shower in 2 weeks. And the boys are like, hell yeah, you're fucking cool. Wanna smoke? You've cracked. I said,
Georgia?
She's cracked the code.
Georgia's cracked the code of life. Georgia, I'd be friends with Georgia.
I've fully been playing it all wrong when
Smelling
it
good.
comes to fucking showering and cleansing. I've made a series of horrific mistakes.
You have.
Little did I know.
Men want dirty hands.
They want unwashed hands, unwashed.
Joe.
This is the secret. If you like what you hear, go to patreon.com/sexyuniquepodcast and join. Bye. Sexy Unique Podcast is created and hosted by me, Lara Marie Shainhalls, and co-hosted by the inimitable Carey O'Donnell. This episode is produced by Sierra Pavia. The audio and video versions are edited by Morgan McDonald. Production and post-production services provided by Bad Ladder. Additional production assistance provided by Jen Shad.